So without wasting much time, I'm going to take you through the role of faculty in the success of a student. So let me share my screen. A student. So the role of faculty in the success of a student actually plays a very important and a very crucial role in shaping the academic and the personal success of the student. Remember, it is the role of now the trainers, the lecturers, the instructors to guide and also mentor the students, to guide them, and also to ensure that they create a very supportive learning environment. So I will be breaking this down into a couple of aspects so that we try to understand how faculty contributes to the student success. So number one, the role of faculty is to ensure that there is effective teaching methods that are applied when we are transferring the knowledge to the students. Remember now the faculty members, they have to use a couple of training or teaching methods to ensure that they pass the knowledge effectively to the students or to the learners. And this, they can actually include lectures, the normal discussions, whereby they can introduce a topic where now the students are supposed to engage together with the lecturer. They're supposed to create sense out of that discussion. So, and from these discussions, students are able to learn more again on a specific topic because they can engage their minds, and they can also be able to introduce more on actually maybe what was covered on the lecture by introducing again more topics and maybe their personal view again on what is being discussed. We also have got the hands-on activities as we introduce now the knowledge, and again we introduce the hands-on practicality on the topic, especially now this comes on the those courses or those skills that requires a student or a learner to be able to tackle the topic through hands-on, maybe configuring a device and ensuring that maybe whatever they are configuring, it is going also again to work on a certain area. So, so this theoretical knowledge has to be done practically to ensure that the learner is able to get the knowledge fully on both areas. There's also the use of digital learning tools. Like for example, most of the practical labs that are normally in lectures or in the lecture rooms, like you can introduce labs like virtual machines, whereby now the student or the learner is able to interact with most of the devices. A student maybe cannot afford to purchase maybe a router, but you can, it's the work of the faculty now or the lecturer who is taking through the students to know how to interact with maybe virtual labs or these digital learning platforms, so that the student is able to interact with these virtual devices as if they are the normal actual device. And by the time they get to the actual devices, it becomes very easy because they have already interacted with these tools. Then it's also the work of the faculty to ensure that the curriculum is the one that is being used is up to date. It is also relevant to whatever they are passing to the students, and also to ensure that whatever they are passing to the students, that's the necessary skills and the knowledge that these students or these learners are supposed to have. So it's work of the faculty to ensure that their curriculum, the curriculum that they are using, it's up to date, and it's always good for the faculty to share the same with the students, the course outlines, maybe even the coursework, so that they can be at par with each other. There's also mentorship and guidance. Now, even before we look at these points, like in the current world, there are new courses that are still emerging, and one is because we have new technologies that are being introduced that were not there like maybe a decade or 2 decades ago, and therefore now we have to ensure that these learners or these students who are coming into place, to acquire these skills, they are supposed to have to have at least a guide on the path that they are supposed to do. Maybe someone who is in the field of networking, what are they supposed to do before they are well equipped with the networking skills? Where should they start? What courses should they be able to do all the way? The same maybe case applies to the programming and all that. It is the work of the faculty to ensure that they mentor the runners and the students, and to ensure that the paths, the career paths, and also they are running paths that they are going to follow, they are going to become successful later on. So the first one is academic advising. So this helps the student to align with the academic pursuits with their career goals. That's number one. And with this, it's a very proper guide, because the students are able to, or the runners are able to have a proper guide. They don't have a lot of questions in their mind, because you have already cleared a path for them. And from time to time, they can be even be confirming this is where they started, these are the certifications that they have already managed, these are the skills that they have obtained for a certain duration of time, and you're also preparing them for the market. Other than academic advising, there's also the part of the curriculum development. This one again is also supposed to be passed to the student as well, especially when, for example, students are not so much sure of the course that they're supposed to take. It's always good to share with them maybe some course content they can even read through, and to see if it is aligning with maybe whatever they want to study. The part on mentorship and guidance is where we're talking of you can be able to guide the students all along from once they begin their learning journey all the way to the end. And the part that I've not mentioned about is the research and innovation. So the faculty is supposed to involve and the runners or the students to ensure that the students are able to tackle research projects. The good thing with the research projects is that they're able to widen the knowledge and also the innovation when it comes to research, gaining more ideas, and also trying to put these ideas into a practical solution, maybe towards a problem that is there. And this hands-on experience that we now portray on the projects, it is supposed also to ensure that it prepares the runners or the students later in their careers, because very soon they are released to the job market. So whatever the faculty is doing to the runners or to the students, we are preparing these runners to join the job market. And therefore, we have to ensure that we give them the necessary skills, and also ensure that they have got innovative mind or innovative minds, so that once they get there, their work will be very, very easy. There's also this aspect of the critical thinking that is supposed to be introduced also by the lecturers or the trainers or the instructors, because it normally engages the students to ensure that they can be able to think even outside the box. So there is a challenge here. How are you supposed to solve this challenge? Now, through a lot of experimentations that are normally done in the lecture rooms, in the computer labs, students are able to run a lot through those creative exercises that are given. And this one is supposed now to advance the critical thinking of the runners or the students. And with this now, with the time, it ensures that now the students are able to even handle more complicated tasks, and they can be able to come up with the solutions towards those specific problems that later they are supposed to meet in the field. And this now makes their work easy, because the faculty is actually preparing them for the job market. So once they get there, their work is very, very easy. Then still on the research and innovation, We have the faculty still. It works towards creating an inclusive and supporting classroom environment where the students normally feel that they are valued. It also encourages students to participate. You know, in these debates that we normally have in the classrooms, they are so much important because other than engaging the students with the one-on-one asking questions and uh, they're able to give you the feedback as a faculty member. The students also feel that they're also valued. They also feel that they are part of the learning system. And with this now, it develops confidence in them. And it still makes them feel that they can be able to do more and more and more and more. And therefore, with this kind of platform, we're able to transform not only the hands-on practical experience on the knowledge, but even boosting the confidence of the learners and also the students when it comes to communication, when it comes also to how they approach a certain problem, because the environment itself is making them feel that uh, that's where they're supposed to be and that's where they're supposed to learn, and they can be able to exercise their minds as they share their content with the other students. So I've already tackled the student engagement as well. Let's go to role modeling and inspiration. So it's the work of the faculty uh, to ensure that it demonstrates a dedication. It also supposed to serve as professional role model, the ethical behavior, the commitment to lifelong learning. Remember now, the faculty is more of the professionals now. These are people who are already experienced, they are competent in their fields, in their areas, and therefore they are supposed also to portray the same to the students as well, because the students are able to emulate. I want to become like Professor so and so, lecturer so and so, and the way you guide them, the way the faculty members present themselves to the student, there's that aspect that they are able to emulate how you handle problems, how dedicated you are, and they always feel like they can also be able to imitate you. Now, it also has a lifelong impact because we normally train students from this level, they move to higher levels of learning and the journey proceeds. But there is always that aspect of uh, the students still communicating with the faculty members because maybe they want assistance from here or there, they need this or that. So there is that lifelong kind of experience that is actually developed when the faculty is actually interacting with the student. It's like a lifelong learning. We doesn't have an end, and therefore this is a life-changing kind of an aspect because you cannot separate the students from the institutions. From time to time, they still be coming to gain more knowledge, and that becomes a very good kind of inspiration from the faculty to the students, and also from the students learning from the faculty. So they can also share their own academic and professional experiences from their fields. Like for example, you can give examples of maybe how your journey has been. So this again also is able to motivate more students or learners who are feeling like maybe the courses are maybe too complicated, but maybe before they give up, that experience that you give them of maybe of your own past experience, it is able to ensure or it is able to create something into the minds of the students that I can still be able to do this thing. So these are a very good aspect because it is a life-changing thing, and from the way we view things, it is also able to affect the way how our learners or the students are also supposed to how to perceive their things and the way they respond from these problems, how we assist them. It matters a lot even after they are done with the school, because once they go to the field, they're also able to apply the same skills. There's also the assessments and feedbacks. It's the work of the faculty to ensure that once the students are done with maybe the learning, they need to do exams maybe at the end of the course. During the course, they are supposed to be given assignments. Now, the work of the assignments and the exams is to ensure that the student is at track on whatever they are covering. Is the student understanding? So they can only gauge themselves and the runners through their performance on the assignments and also through their performance on the exams. So this way you can be able to understand their strengths and also the areas that they need to improve. So on the assessments, you can the student can be able to understand the progress, and they can as a faculty, one can be able to provide some maybe even necessary support to ensure that there is academic success to the student, because through the performance you can be able to know that a certain student or a certain learner is not performing well in this specific unit, maybe through the cards, through the assignments. So you can maybe even try to understand what could be wrong. Is it that they don't have the materials that they require? Is it that maybe the student has got has some personal problems that are affecting their performance? So the faculty is still more of like a parental care and guide when it comes to the institutions, and therefore this can be able to improve the academic performance of the students if you're able to assist them. For example, if they're able to share some problems that they are facing, maybe personally, and the way you guide them as a faculty, it is going to, at some point, result to success, because what they thought was amounting to them, once you handle it as a faculty member, the student is able to have relief on that problem. Then you have got support beyond the classroom. We have a couple of activities, like extracurricular activities. So the faculty often supports and leads extracurricular activities. For example, there could be clubs, there could be organizations that are enhancing the students' overall education experience. You could be having some organizations that are out here that maybe offer coding classes, and you can introduce this to the students. So this at some point is going to improve the way the students or the learner is actually viewing things, and from this they even learn more, and from these different experiences they become more active, and the more they are active, the more again they're able to have the more the system is able to shape them for more opportunities in the future. So this is again a part that is also very, very important. That's why we have in the colleges and universities, there are sports activities that are taking place as well. There are other activities that are there, and the students are supposed to join here. And this is where now the students is able to even identify that they have got even more talents than the way they thought they never had these talents, because when the system or when the faculty of an institution creates these platforms, it is through the interaction of the students with and whatever they are actually offered, they're able to identify that they are good in this, they are good in music, they are good in these other things, and that's how again they can also be able to even have a different perspective again on their career, because they can be able to engage with other activities, and other than whatever they are running the institution, they can also be able to build themselves even further, because the system is giving them more opportunities. Then there's career preparation. So faculty assist in career preparation by offering resume reviews, there's mock interviews, networking opportunities with the industry professionals. So with this set in place by the faculty or even by the institution, because right now you cannot separate the faculty from now the entire institution now. It is able to prepare these students there. You can it's the work of the faculty to be even bringing the some experts from the field. They have those career talks like the ones that we have right now at the moment, and students or even the runners, they are able to learn more from the experts. So these opportunities, they are very good, and students are supposed to ensure that they take every opportunity that is offered by the faculty. And from this is where now they even create more networks. You'll be able to get the clear picture of what is actually in the industry, what the industries actually require of them. Because from these professionals, they are going to learn a lot. They'll be able to have first-hand experience of what the industry is expecting of them, and therefore they can improve themselves. And even as they move to the job market, they'll be able to know what the employers or what actually the industry at large is expecting of them, and therefore they will be equipped and they will not have challenges when it comes to even passing through these interviews, passing maybe some of the exams that they might get along the way as they are being vetted into these career paths. So that's again another role of faculty to support beyond the classroom. So there is life beyond the classroom, and this is the work of the faculty to ensure that the students are able to see beyond the classroom environment. So we can conclude and say the faculty or the role of faculty when it comes to the success of the students, it goes beyond the traditional teaching method, and this is through the instructions that they offer to the students, through mentorship, through research opportunities that are presented to them, and also the creation of a supportive learning environment. So the faculty also contributes to the academic and the personal growth of the students. That's what actually have seen. And through this dedication and the commitment, it is able to help and also shape the success of the students, and also preparing them to meet challenges when they actually exposed to the job market. So in short, we can say that faculty is going beyond the normal lectures, the normal exams, the normal assignments that are offered to the students, because it's more of like preparing this student on how they are going to tackle life once they are done with the classes. And that's actually the most important part, because life outside school is everything. It is real, and they need to have all they need to be well equipped when it comes to the skills, when it comes to being creative, and also ensuring that they are very competitive outside there in the market. So that's my end of the end of my presentation. And if you have any question right now, you can throw your questions, or maybe even something to add on top of whatever we have discussed here. You know, it's a very long topic that we can discuss, but that's actually what I had prepared for today.